Hello, this is Right Side Trader. Today is February 6, 2026, and this is my weekly market review. I'm reviewing the Dow 30, that's DIA, on a quarterly chart, monthly chart, weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor. Please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is suitable for you. All right, let's jump over to the charts and see what we see. I'm going to maximize this quarterly chart, resize this thing here. Oh, I almost closed it. And what we see here is green. We can see that the Dow has closed near its top. We have closed above 500. So we are up also today 2%. Almost 2.5%. That's a pretty big move on this particular index. Just wanted to point that out. You guys who are really into this stuff, you really understand what we're seeing there. But let's go ahead and go down to our monthly chart, see what we see there. And on this monthly chart, what we can see here, we are still above the 9-10 moving average, which means technically we are still in a bull market. We are still having we got a close above a quarterly R1 already, you know, in this first month. So again, a real strong bull sign. Be careful, be careful, be careful when you start seeing stuff like that and all. But that's what we see here on the Dow. And let's go ahead and go down to our weekly chart and see what we see there. On our weekly chart, zoom in here a little bit. You saw those two lines that you saw there was the 50 and the 200. We're quite a bit extended off of that at this time. We finally, on the Dow, we have broken out of that little range that all these markets have been doing, a little range. Some people might have looked at this like this, a little triangle thing, and we've broken out of that. And if we was just looking at it at a horizontal range that this thing might have been trading in, something like this, we're broken out of that also. The thing is, the only thing I can see, maybe this market will come back down and test this high level and then take off if it doesn't just start taking off right away based on what I'm seeing at this time. But let's go ahead and go down to our daily chart and wrap this on up. Go down here to our daily chart. Zoom, zoom, zoom. You can see that little range a little bit better, how this market was chopping here at these tops, and now we have broken above that. And the other thing was, you would have your lows way down here somewhere. And as you can see, the other thing that people probably were seeing, that we were kind of like overall making higher lows on this thing. We did have a pretty, and on the Dow didn't have as much of an impact with whatever was going on as the SPY and the Nasdaq. So again, this kind of like should have kept you safe and all, or make sure you did put your protection in place, maybe your stops, your puts, however how you go about doing whatever strategy that you need to do in order to protect your money. But now at this time, you can see that this market is really ready to rock and roll to the upside. Those of you who are short, again, I hope you got yourself out of those trades. Again, we did seem like the bears were back in town there for a little while, but I think the bulls are back in charge of this market, and that's what I see at this time. And that's pretty much all I really have to share at this time. This is Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. I'll speak to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.